Teams are strongly pursuing LaMelo Ball right now. So the price is met. He could very well be on the move. This is a developing story, potentially over the next 24, 48 hours.
LaMelo has Batase on him. What was that?
Morning.
The Charlotte Hornets traded LaMelo Ball and Josh Green for a haul from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So now the Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball, the number 1 and number 3 pick in the 2020 NBA draft.
What did we just witness? Completely out of nowhere, LaMelo Ball gets shipped to the Minnesota Timberwolves, instantly turning them into an absolute problem in the Western Conference. Nobody saw this blockbuster coming together this fast. In today's video, we are breaking down the instant reactions from players around the league and the media, diving into some insane behind-the-scenes stats, and looking at the controversies surrounding this massive deal. You do not want to miss this one, so let's get right into it.
The Charlotte Hornets are trading star guard LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid.
Whoa!
2033 unprotected first-round pick. 3 first-round pick swaps, but a huge seismic move.
What happens when you put a guy who constantly attacks the rim next to one of the most creative passers in the NBA? You get a total nightmare for defenses. Seriously, think about it. How do you actually stop a fast break with LaMelo Ball pushing the pace and Anthony Edwards running full speed down the wing? You really can't. Obviously, the immediate reaction from Anthony Edwards was bittersweet. He was visibly upset about losing his longtime friend and the longest tenured guy on the Timberwolves roster, Naz Reid. But once the reality of the blockbuster set in, Ant wasted no time hyping up his new backcourt partner. He hopped right on social media and immediately gave him and LaMelo an absolutely insane new nickname. I don't know if I can read it out loud, so I will let you read it instead. I think it is hilarious and one of the coolest ones right now. Tell me in the comments if you have any better alternatives, because this duo is going to be really fun. He also welcomed Ball, and everything looks like they will be an awesome duo. Next up, we have a reaction from Agent Zero himself, Gilbert Arenas. Gil's initial reaction perfectly sums up exactly what we should expect from this backcourt. We all know Gil has a take on everything, but he rarely gets this hyped up about a new duo. Check out his breakdown.
The Timberwolves is about to be on fire right now. You got 2 superstars. Superstars is seat fillers. You have 2 on the same team right now. Oh my God, they're about to be on fire. So right now, there's about to be a dip in the economy of North Carolina. But congratulations, baby. Moving on up.
Did you expect anything else from Gilbert? He is hilarious. Now, we have one of the best point guards today. A guy who almost destroyed the OKC playoff run if he didn't get injured. Tyrese Halliburton. He rarely speaks about news and trades, but it looks like he just couldn't hold back. He posted on Twitter full of excitement. 2020 draft class is lit. Halliburton is completely right. This might be the most fun duo we have seen in years. But let's quickly take a look at that draft class. Do you remember the order? Golden State Warriors fans, look away now. We have the number 1 pick and the number 3 pick now playing together. This is the first time in NBA history we are seeing a duo of guards from the exact same draft class team up after combining to average nearly 49 points and 11 assists per game the season prior. Between Ant's 28.8 and LaMelo's 20.1, you are talking about 49 points and 11 assists generated purely by a backcourt that entered the league together in 2020. Absolutely insane. We have LaMelo's initial reaction coming, as well as more media drama, controversy, and stats coming, so stick around.
We have to remember that LaMelo averaged 20 this year, shooting 37% from three-point range. Him and Con Knipple were 2 and 1 respectively in terms of three-point field goals made. LaMelo Ball made 272 three-pointers. So the brother can score, but his gift is passing the basketball. And look who he's passing it to. a superstar, if ever there was one, in Ant-Man Anthony Edwards.
Okay, of the top 10 scorers from the 2020 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves now have 3 of them on their roster.
Next up, we have a reaction from former NBA point guard Jeff Teague on his podcast. His take is definitely a bit controversial, but check this out. Teague claimed that acquiring LaMelo is the second best move in Timberwolves franchise history. Do you guys agree with that take? I honestly think it's a little insane, but time will tell. Either way, speaking of massive franchise-altering front office decisions, this is the perfect time to pivot and talk about the massive controversy currently surrounding 2024 Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was supposed to be the centerpiece of that massive trade for Giannis. But as we all know, Boston's offer fell short and the deal completely fell apart. Now, he is reportedly furious with the Celtics front office for shopping him again, and he wants out immediately. And if the offseason wasn't already crazy enough, we have scorching hot reports dropping today suggesting that Brown might actually be the next star to join this absolutely insane Timberwolves roster. Check out what the insiders are saying.
Most important thing in the league right now for what's going to happen in the 26-27 season is that Boston's apparently decided that Jaylen Brown probably needs to be traded for them to be, the team that, a competitive team, because that's now going to be the next storyline in the NBA.
Can you imagine this trio of players playing together? They could become instant favorites to win it all. But let's continue with more reactions. The first one comes from another NBA player and Hall of Famer, Dwight Howard. But his reaction was completely different from the others. He looked at it from a different perspective. His focus was on Naz Reid and him being thrown away to Charlotte. But what about the other side of this blockbuster deal? Could stepping out of a crowded front court finally turn Naz Reid into a legitimate all-star in Charlotte? The numbers point to absolutely. Despite sharing the floor with a massive front court in Minnesota, Reid still produced 13.6 points and 6.2 rebounds per game during the 2025-26 season. When you dig into the advanced metrics, his offensive profile is completely scalable. He posted a highly efficient 56.5% true shooting percentage and has maintained a positive box plus minus across his last 3 campaigns. We have another reaction from an all-time NBA player and center, DeMarcus Cousins. His focus wasn't on the Timberwolves, but on the Hornets, and he asked a question about Bridges. Does this mean a complete rebuild for the Hornets is coming, or is Ball just the piece they wanted to get rid of? We have to wait and see.
It makes sense for me on both sides. If you're Minnesota and you're not an asset-rich team, you've spent your draft picks on Rudy Gobert, on Rob Dillingham, you don't have that much maneuverability, you kind of had to do something like this because they were no chance against Oklahoma City and San Antonio the last 2 years. I know they pushed that series against San Antonio to 6 games, but that was the Wemby ejection game. It didn't really mean all that much to me. They were not good enough, so they had to take a big swing on talent.
And finally, we have to talk about the man of the hour himself, LaMelo Ball. Melo was the absolute face of the Charlotte franchise, the guy they drafted and believed would carry them for years. Getting shipped out of the only NBA city you've ever known always stings, and it can't be an easy pill to swallow. Of course, the internet is already doing its thing, and rumors are spreading like wildfire that he fought with the front office or had massive beef with his teammates. But if we cut through the noise, confirmed sources close to LaMelo, along with reports from Shams, are saying that he is actually incredibly excited for this fresh start.
There's obviously not the winning history for LaMelo Ball, but now you try to infuse yourself with as much talent as you can. They needed a point guard in the worst way in Minnesota, and they knew it. They were going out to try to address this need for a star player. And I think now when you spin it forward, my understanding is LaMelo Ball is very excited to go play with Anthony Edwards to try to win championships. He knows the task at hand here, the mandate when you have Anthony Edwards to try to win every single year. Those two guys, from my understanding, they're friends. They've had communication in the recent past. And
whether you think Minnesota just built the most explosive backcourt in the league, or Charlotte finally gave Naz Reid the keys to an all-star season, one thing is for sure. The NBA landscape just completely shifted. But what do you guys think? Does this trade instantly make the Timberwolves championship favorites? Or did Charlotte win the deal by landing a franchise big? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to see what you guys are thinking on this one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe so you never miss another video.